Welcome back to Valley Focus. A book by a Hmong-American author is getting a lot of attention. It's called The Late Homecomer, a Hmong family memoir. The book by Cao Kalia Yang was selected for this year's Big Read by the National Endowment for the Arts. The Fresno County Public Library has several events tied to this book. And Rocky Vang is the public relations officer with the Fresno County Library and joins me now to share how you can participate in the Big Read. Thanks so much for joining us, Rocky.
Thank you for having me.
What is exactly the Big Read?
Well, the Big Read is basically an opportunity to bring the community together over a book. It's what we call it loosely a big book club by the community of Fresno County.
And in the Hmong community here in Fresno, how much of an honor was it for a book to be selected by a Hmong-American author for the Big Read this year?
Well, it was a big honor for the Fresno County Public Library. As we know, Fresno County is home to one of the largest Hmong populations in the country. And so when we saw this book, that this book was on the list to be chosen, we were just like, it's a perfect fit for this community. So we were very happy, very excited.
And what is Cao Kalia Yang's book about, The Late Homecomer?
Her book is about her family's journey, leaving as refugees out of war-torn Laos, coming into the refugee camps in Thailand, and then eventually making their way across into the United States. And then it's about her life here in the United States and the adjustments that she went through and everything else like that as life of a refugee child.
But it's a story for all people.
It really is. I think that it's a great story for everybody to learn. It gives an opportunity for people who aren't familiar with the Hmong community, an opportunity to learn more about the Hmong community and the journey that the Hmong people actually went through. So.
And to fill out that story, there are a lot of cultural events surrounding the Big Read that are tied to the Hmong community. We're looking at some video right now of one of the kickoff events showing some traditional dances.
Right. And again, like I said, it's just an opportunity to just really learn about a culture of one of the big minority groups in Fresno County here. There's just so many things that we can share with the community as a whole to let people know the history of the Hmong people, what brought us over, what do we bring, and how have we integrated our lives into mainstream community here in Fresno or in the United States overall. And so we are looking at different cultural events that, well, not just cultural events, but different events that the library is hosting. And we will start off with a Hmong music concert, and there will be performances of Hmong musical instruments, and that will take place over at the Central Library on January 27th. Mm-hmm. And then after that, we also will have a Hmong festival, and it'll take place at the Betty Rodriguez Regional Library on February 8th, I believe.
And so there are all of these cultural events, the significance of stories that we see will be held in Fowler on February 24th. All of these events really tie into the Hmong's history of oral storytelling and passing down stories from generation to generation.
Right. And as we all know, the Hmong didn't have a written language until about 40, 50 years ago. So as far as written languages goes, that's very in its infancy stages. So a lot of the history was passed down from generation to generation. So I think that's why this is very significant. This part of the program is very significant for us to know and for us to have. And then another event that we're having is called the Threads of the Past. And this will dive into how the Hmong are able to continue their artwork or their needlework that we see abundantly in the Hmong community in their clothes and just as part of a historical storytelling as well. Mm-hmm. So,
what can people take away from all of these events that coincide with the Big Read who aren't Hmong?
Well, I think that what people will really learn is just that this is a beautiful culture, and coming from somebody who is Hmong, I'm proud to be able to share my culture with the rest of the community in Fresno here and for people throughout the United States. I think that it's important, again, like I said, for everyone to learn and to know the history of the Hmong people, where they came from, why they're here. Growing up, we were mistaken for other Asian races a lot. And so we had to really educate a lot of people about the Hmong people and who we are. So I think this is a big opportunity for the county to really just get to know somebody without having to really just walk up to somebody and start asking questions.
And to really get a cultural feel for the community.
Exactly.
Yeah. Rocky, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Get more information about the Big Read events at fresnolibrary.org, or you can call the number here on your screen, 559-600-READ. We also have this information on our website, abc30.com. Just click on Valley Focus.